It's midday. Good afternoon to you and welcome to Bena Midday News. This news is coming to you live from Benab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. My name is Sherifat Wayuba. Coming up in this afternoon's bulletin. A new national tracking poll by Global Info Analytics shows that a majority of Ghanaians believe the country is moving in the right direction. Also coming up, the majority leader in Parliament, Mahama Ayarga, has led a delegation of the National Democratic Congress and 6 members of Parliament from Northern Ghana to Bako. And in some news beyond our borders, although a ceasefire has been in place in Gaza since October, winter storms, floods, and freezing temperatures are creating fresh challenges. We bring you details of these stories shortly. Thank you for staying with us. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook at Bena TV. Now the news in details. A nationwide survey conducted by Global Info Analytics indicates that many voters support key proposals outlined in the Constitutional Review Commission's report issued earlier this month. The poll shows that extending the presidential term from 4 to 5 years has the backing of most respondents.
57% of voters surveyed said they support the proposal, while 36% are opposed. 7% indicated they are undecided. The survey also reveals strong approval for separating parliamentary and ministerial roles. According to the findings, 58% of respondents favor a ban on members of parliament serving as ministers, compared with 32% who oppose the idea. 10% said they have no clear position on the matter. Support is also evident for reducing the minimum age required to contest the presidency. The poll found that 55% of voters are in favor of lowering the age limit, while 35% are against it. Another 10% expressed no opinion. Global Info Analytics carried out the survey between December 1 and December 21st, 2025, using a combination of online questionnaires, telephone interviews, and in-person interviews. The poll sampled 13,495 registered voters from across the country.
And in a tracking poll by Global Info Analytics shows that a majority of Ghanaians believe the country is moving in the right direction, reflecting sustained public confidence in governance under President John Dramani Mahama.
The survey conducted between December 1st and December 21st, 2025 reveals that 66% of voters say Ghana is on the right path, while 24% believe that the country is heading in the wrong direction. 10% of respondents expressed no opinion. According to the poll, this positive outlook cuts across all 16 regions of the country. On presidential performance, President Mahama's approval rating remains steady at 67%, unchanged from the previous quarter, while disapproval has edged up slightly to 24%. The survey indicates strong approval for the president nationwide, including in regions traditionally aligned with the opposition New Patriotic Party. However, the poll highlights clear partisan divides. Approval stands at 93% among supporters of the governing National Democratic Congress, compared to 28% among NPP supporters, with 61% of NPP voters expressing disapproval. Among floating voters, 69% approve of the president's performance. The poll, titled National Tracking Poll, Governance and Performance, Part 1, was presented on December 29, 2025 by Global Info Analytics Executive Director Musa K. Dankwa. It covered 13,495 respondents among 83 constituencies, using a combination of web, telephone, and face-to-face interviews with a confidence level of 99% and a margin of error of plus or minus 1.1%.
Now moving on, the majority leader in Parliament, Mahama Ayariga, has led a delegation of the National Democratic Congress and 6 members of Parliament from northern Ghana to Boko as part of efforts to engage key stakeholders and promote peace and unity and development in the conflict-prone area.
According to Mr. Ayariga, the visit is aimed at engaging key stakeholders and supporting initiatives focused on strengthening peace, unity, and development in the area. He said leaders from northern Ghana remain committed to working together in the interest of stability and social cohesion. The delegation also paid a courtesy call on the Boko Naba and paramount chief of the Kusang traditional area, Naba Asigri Abugrako Azoka II. During the meeting, the delegation formally greeted the Boko Naba and conveyed their respect to the Kusasi Traditional Council. Discussions centered on the need for sustained collaboration between traditional authorities and political leaders to advance peace and harmony in Boko and its surrounding communities. Mr. Ayariga expressed appreciation to the Boko Naba for the warm reception and what he described as his wise counsel, reaffirming the delegation's commitment to supporting all genuine efforts aimed at achieving lasting peace, stability, and development in the area.
On this note, we go for a quick break. We'll be back with business and more.
It's back again. It's bigger and better. Brace yourselves for the 3rd edition of the biggest pre-Ramadan fair in town. It's the Baina Trade Connect 2026. 2 days of endless sales and unmatched vibes. Mark your calendars on the 14th and 15th February 2026 at Zurak Park, Libya Cortez, Medina from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Come trade, come connect, come shop and have fun. To book a stand, contact 053-948-7757. Baina Trade Connect 2026. See you there.
Kada ku rasa shirin siyasa da kuka fi so tare da Amir Mukhtar. Mauni showing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. only on Baina TV.
welcome back. You're still watching Baina Midday News on Baina TV. Now moving on to some business story. The Executive Secretary of the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, Duncan Amwa, has called for continuous investments to ensure the long-term sustainability of the Tema Oil Refinery. This comes after TOR resumed crude oil processing following the successful completion of major turnaround maintenance work on its crude distillation unit. The refinery says the maintenance carried out between August 1 and October 30, 2025 was completed on schedule and in line with international standards. Mr. Amwa commended the current management for restoring operations, but warned that without sustained financial support, the refinery could face future shutdowns. He urged the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Ghana to provide the necessary backing to guarantee steady crude supply, stressing that the restart of operations, though welcome, must be supported by long-term investment to ensure sustainability. Now moving on to some international news. Voting in the Central African Republic's national elections appears to have gone smoothly in many places, with local observers reporting no major disturbances at polling stations. Roughly 2.3 million voters are casting ballots for president, legislators and local offices, with provisional results expected by early January.
Election observer Jean-Aurélie Ngobel-Noun said the voting process was conducted smoothly with no significant incidents recorded. She noted that party agents and candidates representatives conducted themselves responsibly, adding that the polling station president was cooperative and welcoming throughout the exercise. The election on December 28, 2025, see incumbent President Faustin Archange Touadéra seeking a controversial third term after a constitutional change removed presidential term limits, a move his critics say weakens democratic checks. Touadéra, backed by Russian security support and credited by some voters with improving stability, is widely seen as the favorite in a crowded field of 7 presidential contenders. The vote has drawn international attention due to ongoing questions about fairness and opposition obstacles, even as many polling sites reported calm conditions on election day.
Although a ceasefire has been in place in Gaza since October, winter storms, floods and freezing temperatures are creating fresh challenges for hundreds of thousands living in makeshift shelters. Many families survived in fragile tents held together with wood and thin tarps that have deteriorated over time.
People struggle every time it rains. With no income and rising costs, it is difficult to provide even basic necessities. The Gaza Health Ministry reports dozens of deaths from hypothermia or collapsing war-damaged homes. Emergency teams warn residents to avoid unsafe buildings, but with much of Gaza in ruins, few safe shelters remain. Since the ceasefire on October 11th, 414 people have died and over 1,100 have been injured, with nearly 700 bodies recovered from the rubble. The overall death toll from the Israel-Hamas war has reached at least 71,266, with more than 171,000 people wounded.
Head coach Kwesi Appiah has declared that his team is aiming for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations title, insisting the Falcons of Jidane are not in the tournament just to participate. After losing narrowly to Algeria in their opening Group E match, Sudan bounced back with a 1-0 win over Equatorial Guinea in Casablanca.
The decisive moment came in the 74th minute when a Sudanese delivery forced an own goal by Equatorial Guinea defender Saul Koko, sparking celebrations among players and fans. Appiah praised his players for their resilience and quality, saying the team's ambition go far beyond a single victory. Next up, Sudan faces Burkina Faso on New Year's Eve at Mohammed V Stadium, with a place in the round of 16 on the line. The coach emphasized that progressing from the group remains the immediate goal while keeping the bigger picture in mind. Kickoff is set for 16 hours GMT.
The news bulletin to an end. Log on to our website benamultimedia.com for more news. Many thanks for watching. My name is Sherifat Waiba. Have a good afternoon.